chef since I was 18 or 17, and I closed my restaurant. I sold in 2018. I had to choose between feeding dogs or feeding people, and the dogs won. And this is a new chapter in my life. But I still carry this energy, the drive, the stubbornness, and never giving up. And if I promise someone something, I do it. And this is the promise to the dogs. I keep my promise, I do it.
Let's talk about your tattoos.
Oh man.
That mic is weird, yeah.
My tattoos.
You wanna stop? You wanna stop? You wanna stop?
What do you want to know?
Which one was the first?
The first one I did in Stockholm on my left shoulder, and I did a skull with a cowboy hat. I think I had 5 when I moved to Thailand. I think I did 1 more. I think I did 2 here in Thailand. One on my spine all the way, and then I did one on my neck, and I wanted something to, go up a little bit so people could see it. And then so this is a story. Well, I met a woman on a dating app, and we met in real life, and we had a coffee at Starbucks. And she was nice, but she wasn't really my type. I tried to, in a good way, to end the date. I didn't know how to do it because I'm a gentleman, but I don't want, I was a little bit like, no, it's not going to happen anything here. So I went to the toilet upstairs and I saw a tattoo studio. And I like, hey, do you have time for make a tattoo? She said, yes. So I went to the toilet, I went back to her, and I said, I need to go have an appointment with my tattoo artist. And she said, I can join. Okay. And she did. And I made one on my thigh here, on my calf. And it took about 2.5 hours, and she was sitting there all the time waiting for me. But then I said, well, now I have a dinner appointment, so thank you. And after that, so I started to do more and more. And so the date was the reason that I have now over 200 tattoos all over my body, except my buttocks.
So because you go to the next date and you want to escape again, so it's like 200 dates.
This is
one date, one tattoo.
This is 200 dates gone wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I started. So some days, it's the same studio. She have a studio in Nana Square on the first floor. Her name is Ui, and she's very good, I think, of course. And then I went back, and some days I was like 8-10 hours there, and I did like 6-7 tattoos in one day.
Wow.
And sometimes I just like slept when she was carving into my body. But there's no meaning except for, like, I have one here, TMTRD, I think, and also one here, TMTRD. Otherwise, it's just randomly tattoos wherever I can fit them. And I like them. And people recognize me. Oh, you're the man who rescued dogs. I said, yes, I am. And sometimes the type is, oh, you're the man. I'm the man. So that's the reason behind this. But I do like them. I don't have so much space left, but you can always find space. As I said, my buttocks don't have anything yet, but it's only me seeing them. So, and my dogs, when I wake up in the morning. But still, that's the blank space. So if you want to advertise on that side, contact me.
And all the money will be for the TM.
Transfer to the dogs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Amazing. I have only tattoos from do you know One God? You hear about the One God? It's the old woman from the Philippines on the mountain when she do it like with the bamboo and everything. Yeah. There's like a national treasure. She's like 107. This year will be 108 years old, and she's still doing tattoos.
And she's still doing it?
Yes.
Wow.
She's like 12 hours from the Manila on the top of the mountain, and they use the ink from the coconut charcoal and the needle from the calamansi. That's like a lemon, Thai lemon. Filipino lemon, and then and the stick is from the bamboo. And it was big story behind this one because it's connected with the war, with the Japanese, the army and everything who rape them and steal everything from village. So the woman create a tribe to fight against the people, and so the tattoo have a meaning, And you go there, and that's funny because they have a wheat plantation there. Everyone know, but nobody say. And you go there totally back in time, 100 years, super old school. Now they're making the road. Before you need to hiking 2 hours. One time I went 8 times already, which is crazy because many people never been even once. And it's 12 hours drive car and 2 hours climbing. When I went last time, some guy died before 1 day before when they climb,
No.
because of the trip. It's quite crazy, 12-hour drive, and still climbing and everything. So it's really exhausting. That's why you need to stay there overnight, and you actually need to have to stay on the line. The one guy from I think Discovery Channel, they make a documentary movie, and it was big boom and was really go viral, and now still people going. And now all the village, maybe 8-10 people making tattoos. So I have a tattoos from 12 years old kid.
Wow.
Yeah, from her sister granddaughter, because they already passed the knowledge, information, and the culture to other people, and it's become very popular.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
108
but
years old.
they have a meaning. Every tattoos, the fertility, protection and everything, right? And they use, and it's super painful. I have tattoo here supposed to be full inside, and I cannot handle because the pain. You really was total. I think it's totally different than machine. Totally different than machine, because it's really good. The blood and everything go out. Yeah. It's not much hygienic there, but that's much more deeper with the story and everything. But
but some places my knees hurt a lot, my calf was a lot, and then on my stomach hurt a lot. My head didn't hurt at all, nothing, and my throat nothing. So the most painful was my knees, my ankle, close to the bones. And the calf, I don't know why, and the stomach. But this is the number, right?
Yeah. Your phone number.
That's my book number. No, it's my book. I wrote the book.
Oh, really?
It's called Homemade. That's a biography of me growing up. Before I was growing up, before I was born, my mom is in the book, and I had to actually attend that meeting with my publisher, so she shouldn't lie so much about me.
Okay.
No, my mom is great. Her name is Eileen. She still lives in Sweden. And she also has dogs, of course. But she don't like my tattoos. But she still loves me. And so the book is named Homemade. And you can find it on Amazon. And that's about me growing up in Sweden. My career, trying to be a breakdancer. Which
really?
I did breakdance. Yeah, I did. We had a gang. I was 16 years old, and our name was B-Boy Breakers, and my stage name was Sugar Rock. Sugar Rock, yeah, baby. But it's all about that. When I work in the restaurant business, I worked accidentally with the Yugoslavian mafia in Sweden. I didn't know they had a restaurant. I worked for them. And then leads up to when I moved to Thailand and the dogs and the shelter. So it's about me and the dogs and everything. And if you buy the book, 70% of the royalties go towards the dogs.
Yeah.
So it's homemade. Yeah.
Make sure you do this for yourself and for others also.
Yeah.
You can order right now. We definitely put the link to this one. Can still buy on Amazon, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. Definitely can promote. So what's the crazy story from your life? I think was something many. Give me three. Yes, that one. Yes, exactly.
The craziest story in my life? There are many. But I did had... Buy the book. It's all in there. It's all in there.
69, page 69.
yeah. It's all in there. It's all in the book. You have to buy that one to get my craziest stories. I always been kind of I'm not crazy, like that. I'm a little bit of a I have 200 plus tattoos. I have 1,200 dogs. Normal people have 3 tattoos. They have 2 dogs.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit of like, do it all or not. So that's me. So yeah, I don't know any crazy stories. Well, I do, but
What about the stories from the shelter? Like some situation and some good stories.
I mean, I think that every story and every story of the dogs are good stories. I mean, we take them in and we try our best to heal them. And, it could be if they're scared, insecure, they have wounds, cancer, we try to heal them. So all are good stories. Sometimes they don't survive, but we try the best. And I think that that's all we can do. But I think that all our dogs have a success story. Even if they pass away after a few days, we still did our best and they tried their best to survive. People ask me, how do you cope when you lose a dog, then when dog passed away, like if they're in bad shape? I say that I'm really not, I'm sad when they pass away, of course, but I'm more sad that they didn't have a great life before they died. Maybe they walk around the streets trying to find food and they get abused. That makes me more sad than the death itself.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we have a few stories, that I rescued a dog in 2016, Milo. He was living at the university in Bangkok, and people contacted me at that time. And he had Demodex, which means that's a mite that eat up the fur, and it's like they just parasite on the dog. And you get wounds and cracked in the wounds, and it looks really terrible. It's kind of easy to cure. So I took him in, and he was about 6 months old at that time. And I had just had the foster home, I called it at that time. And that house I rented in 2016 after this viral clip. And so I had another dog there named Papa. Papa was living outside my restaurant. He was the king of the streets. Big, he looked like Goofy. He was big, and he was, when he was running, his legs was like everywhere. But he became older, and I decided to take him in. And Milo was so attached to him. He copied everything that Papa did. So he chose the right guy to be his brother. I did send him over to America, to Meadow and her family, and they adopted him from me. It was 2016. And I went over there in 2018 because they needed a dog sitter. And I said, I can do it, So we talked about it, and I flew over and met Milo 2 years after I rescued him. And he looked at me like, you shouldn't be here. You are the past. You are Thailand. You are the one, when I was feeling bad, you were in my life. I'm having a good life now. But after a few days, he relaxed and we became friends because he was just looking at me like, what the hell? So that's a success story. We do not, talking about abroad rehoming, we don't send dogs abroad anymore from Thailand. Because if you want to adopt a dog, go to your local shelter. You're still the hero. And there's so many dogs waiting in shelters around the world. You don't have to adopt a dog from Thailand to be the hero. You can go to your local shelter and be the hero for the dogs there. And that's what I think is important. I know many other organizations do that, and it's up to them. We don't do that. That said, if you come to our place as a volunteer and you feel really attached to a dog, Like if you stay with us for 2 weeks, which you are welcome to do, volunteer with us, volunteer at TMTRD.org. It's a good experience. So if you get attached to a dog, yes, we talk about it. That's a different story. But don't send a message or an email that, I want to adopt a dog. Where do you live? America. Well, go to your local shelter. There's like 2 million dogs or 1 million dogs in shelters that they put to sleep every year. So that means that if I send over a dog to America, to a country that euthanize dogs because they stayed in a shelter for maybe 1 or 2 weeks only, then I kill a dog. And that's not what I work with. I rescue dogs. I don't kill dogs. But that's my opinion. That's our policy.
So in general, you mean also the amount of the money and the cost? I mean, the cost can help much more dogs, right? Than sending them, all the vaccination or the tickets.
Well, the adopter, I've sent 5 dogs abroad. 2 to America, 1 to Canada, and 2 to Sweden. The 2 to Sweden, they have been here. They've been volunteering with us. But after that, I haven't. But the cost is paid by the adopter. And it can be with, all the paperwork, the vaccinations, the titer test, the flight is like $400 or $500 US. But, you can go to your local shelter and adopt a dog. And I think some places they have a adoption fee, which I think is kind of good because that means it's not free. You will take care of maybe the dog even more. I don't know. I mean, if you adopt a dog, you have to think about it first. But I do recommend that people go to your local shelter in your country and adopt a dog from there, or a cat, or rabbit.
What's the process about, being volunteer on your place?
You send us an email on the volunteer at tmtd.org and just say, I'm coming that time.
Let's connect with the work taking care, even on the clinic.
If you are interested in working in clinics, yep, you can do that. If you are a vet student, you can come and do your internship with us. We have had a few from America and Scotland, and so that you're welcome to do that. Yeah, because we have 2 veterinarians on site in the team, full time, and we have a part time. The clinic is fully equipped. So if you are a student,
even for my bully, even for my bully, your table handle my 60 kilo.
Of course, yeah. How many kilo?
That time was 50, but usually she had 60.
He's 60.
Now 50.
Wow.
Yeah, she lose weight. She have a good.
Yeah, you
should. Do she have a good auntie who'd give her always too much food? So, Thai people.
Yeah, our clinic is open for the public. We do charge some money, though. What I did when I opened the clinic, I had it free of charge. But that time we had steady donations coming in. But during COVID, I saw a decrease of 40%. And we decided to close the clinic at that time because, first of all, nobody went outside when the lockdown. But then I had to look over our dogs. I had to look over the foundation. So I closed it for the public. Then we open again and we charge at cost plus 20%. So they cover the cost and we add 20%. So it's really cheap.
Very cheap.
Spay and neuter.
We didn't believe the price. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Like we have for the 3 dogs, we have
note to myself,
castration.
Charge more for Mario.
Yes. I mean, we always we cannot believe it. The bill. It's so bad. Really we always give more. And
you can donate more. I mean,
It's what we do because we feel so bad. Other clinic would crazy money, 50,000 baht for 3 dogs.
We charge 200 baht for a spay and neuter. That's a symbolic sum for. Start hitting this.
To change this.
We charge 200 baht when they sign up or they book a slot in our clinic, just because we need them to come at that slot time. Otherwise, if it's free of charge, they book and they don't turn up, and we lose time.
I remember.
So that's one thing. Yeah. And 200 baht is nothing. If you go to another clinic, it's maybe 1,000 up to 2,000. Maybe for your dog, it's 50 kilo. They charge. They charge a kilo. I don't get that. It's maybe because of the anesthetics, but otherwise it's just a bigger dog with bigger, sack, heart. Yeah, bigger heart.
Bigger tongue and more saliva, more things to clean.
Yeah, but so we charge 200 baht, and X-ray we charge 200 baht for picture, and other clinics like 500 to 800 baht. So I mean, if you have a sick dog or cat, you can bring them to us. Maybe sometime you have to wait because first of all, we need to take care of our dogs there. If you have 840 dogs living together, there's always something. I mean, it's the same with kids. They fight, but this fight's a little bit more harder than kids. So they bite each other. We have some bite wounds. But yeah, it's open for public from 9 to 3 p.m.
I really want to, shout out this information because, like many people, because of the price to go into other clinic, if they want to help, that's cost them money, right? So if they know they're still able to help, even with their own money, but they come to you, it will be win-win.
Yeah,
for many,
of course.
Places,
We pay all the staff from foundations. Nobody works for free. If you're not a millionaire, but we are not. So I need to pay staff and the veterinarians because they need to pay the rent and food and electric and water and all the expenses they have. So if you come to us, you support first of all, the medication and some of the cost, staff cost. You also get to see the place. So I think that better to support us than any other clinic. But
true.
Sometimes I heard that because we were free of charge from the beginning, but then we changed to at cost. And some clinics around our area was angry because we were free of charge. But I mean, people use us, but sometimes you're too expensive. I don't blame clinics for making money. I don't blame anyone for making money. And because it's a long education, about 6 years, if you want to do like specialize in something, maybe that's another 2 years. I get that. But one thing I don't understand is like spay and neuter should be cheaper.
Absolutely.
It's one time only hope if they do it correctly, and that's it. And there will be more people will spay and neuter the dogs and cats. But of course, I mean, it's profit for them. But they make a lot of profit on medication and other things. But spay and neuter should be
true. That's, will also, motivate and make people do it more, because sometimes if they go and like, oh my God, okay, I want to help, like, I can handle one dog, but there's like 5, right, on Samaria, and then there's more and more. That was already like people like, oh, like, and it's too much for someone,
Yeah.
So that would be absolutely, good idea. And I think if the clinic have that like a separate, like if it's your own dog, it should be like, okay, the price is normal, but if you help, dogs around, when it's, found them or something like this, that should be also different. Like they should also understand, like you bring them, to help, not, just to your dog,
Yeah.
So that would be a good idea as well.
That this is maybe a little bit off topic, but some people still think that if you're a registered foundation that we are, that everything is free of charge. It's no cost for us. They think that. But if they can you take in this dog? Well, you need to shoulder the expenses. And like, oh, you're a foundation. Yeah, so? I mean, we still have to pay for medication, same as any other clinic. But I think just because we're a foundation, we don't have any expenses. And we do have a lot of expenses. We spend almost 2 million baht per month. That's 1,600 US per day. That's what we spend. So when you ask people to know, can you take in this dog? I say, yeah, can you help paying? Huh? What do you mean? What do you think is free? Well, your foundation. Yeah, but we still have to pay for staff and everything. So it's not many people that think like that, but it's sad that some people think like that because we have expenses. So I do understand some. I did have a case one time. There was a dad and his daughter showed up with a dog that had a broken bone. And unfortunately, our vets are not skilled enough to do bone fractures. And we asked them, you need to take this dog. We did the x-ray, we did the blood test. And I said, you have to send this dog to another clinic because we cannot perform this operation or surgery. And then, of course, they said, we don't have money. Vad menar and the daughter is like 15 years old. She got really sad. And the guy had a pack of cigarettes in his front pocket. And I was like, quit that for 1 week and you have the money. You know, it's by priorities, right? But sometimes, you know, the dogs are not really family members here, except in my family. They're my kids. And they let me sleep in their bed. You know, so I have 50 centimeters on the side of the bed. They let me sleep there. They're so nice. And I have one sofa left. They chew the other one to death, which is fine. But yeah, it's priorities, you know. Treat them like family members because they are. Be nice to them. Don't chain them up 24/7 on a short chain. Or don't keep them in cages. Don't hit them with sticks. Just because you accidentally hanged your laundry too low and they start to bite it, that's on you. You know, if they chew your shoes, that's on you. It's not the dog's fault. Dogs is a dog, is an animal. Is that shoes? Oh, that's the owner's shoes. No, I'm not going to chew them.
What's your strategy about the dogs? Because you said like you keep them for a while in like have own space
the quarantine,
to adapt, right, and understand like the energy and everything, and you choose maybe the place where they must surrender.
Yeah.
I mean, because we have also 3 dogs, for example, right, and it's kind of different because the 3 dogs are brothers. Do you also experience like if you get the dogs and they're brothers, they're more aggressive?
Yeah, it's called the litter syndrome. In my house, I have 3 siblings, Rosie, Carrot, and Shy. They are perfectly fine together. Then I have Love and Café. They hate each other. I mean, whenever they get into a fight, doesn't happen a lot, but whenever they do, it's a fight to kill.
Yeah.
So they hate it. So that's litter syndrome. So the thing is that I was out feeding the dogs. I was working alone. This is in 2014. And of course, the people dumped the puppies on the road where I fed the dogs. I saw this puppy. It was a litter of about 7 puppies at that time, 2 months old. I came back every day. I didn't have space to keep them all because I already had 6 dogs in my house. And at that time, I thought it was too much. I ended up with 18 at the most, but that's a different story. So I went back every day, of course, every morning, and the litter decreased in amount of puppies. So it was from 7 to 6 to 5, 4, and then it was only 1 left. I fed her, and this was Valentine Day, 14th of February, 2014. And I drove away from her, and she kept running after my car. I saw her in the back mirror. I was like, fuck, damn, Jesus. And I drove, and she kept on running. I said, fuck it. Okay, I stopped the car. Okay, you come with me. Okay. I name you Love because it's Valentine Day. There you go, Love. So she fit in perfectly in my gang. And then another day, maybe a few weeks later, I saw, when I was passing a house on my feeding round, I saw a dog I recognized. I said, that's one of Love's siblings. Oh, she's still alive. And she was adopted by a friend of mine, Joe, who lived in that house. And I stopped the car. I said, where do you get that dog from? He said, so she was running around here. When? And he gave me the time period. And I was like, I think I have the sibling of this dog in my house. Do you think I can adopt your dog to, bring them together? He's like, nah. I mean, come on, buddy. You live here. There's, cars everywhere. It's probably going to get killed in 6 months. He's like, okay. So, I took in Café brought her home, and I was like, Love, there's your sister. And Love looked at me like, you fucker. I was like, what? Like, I hate her. Oh, Jesus. And Café felt the same. Oh, come on. I just got rid of her. And now you go. And I kept them. But yeah, that's a litter syndrome. But they were not happy with me. So sometimes I regret it, but especially when they fight. But if I didn't take in Café at that time, she would not be alive today. So, so yeah, I got the middle finger paw, the middle paw finger from both of them. Like, don't do that again.
Who left who, right? They get rid, from each other.
Like, I'm leaving. It's only you and me left. No, I'm getting the hell out of here. You take care of yourself, sister. And then I reunited them with no happiness.
Nice.
They're fine. They're walking around, looking at each other like, So,
but you live in Sriracha mostly?
I do live in Bangkok, Sriracha, outside Sriracha, yeah, in the forest. Actually, we have our dog.
But you're close to the shelter?
Huh?
Nearby shelter?
I live at the shelter.
You live at the shelter, okay.
I live at the shelter. I just live.
So we are really neighbors, okay.
It's my house there, and I have 400 dogs there and 400 dogs on that
How
side.
You like our new 7-Eleven, man?
Oh, that one, yeah, it's great. It's great. I feel sorry for the local mini-mart, though.
But I think it's, the around the area, that's also, adjust. They open more things. I mean, there's still people coming closer, open, other, vegetables, food and everything. So
yeah,
I think
7-Eleven don't open in any space they don't believe in. Then if they don't believe in it, they never open a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
They're not stupid. But yeah, it's good.
I thought there would be no people there, but it's packed.
People love 7-Eleven here. I don't know why. I mean, I go there for convenience. It's not like you go out shopping. Like,
I mean, this area will be soon like a Chiang Mai, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't wish that, but that's the
but
future.
I mean, now it's still there's some coffee shops around. There's rivers and everything. There's some nice places. I really love the place, to be honest. Like
I do think first of all, the 7-Eleven didn't open for the local community. They opened for when people go to Kaukio Zoo or the waterfall or the butterfly garden. That's the reason. And you have many cars there during the weekends. But why not? I like the area as it is today. I don't think...
the Taekwondo place, right? Taekwondo. There's also close to Taekwondo. Taekwondo.
Oh, no, I don't know.
So it's also close to you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. There's some nice lakes there around. I think it's also the part of the shelter, right? The lakes there. I mean, the pot.
Oh,
right?
The
pond,
lake. Yeah. Well, it's a nice area. It's very quiet. It's the middle of the forest.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that bicycle around there.
Yeah.
They stay at the resort, Viman Resort, that is close to us, where we use for volunteers. And they stay there and they bicycle around. But it's a nice, quiet area, except from our dogs.
Yeah.
It's very quiet.
So like I said, we hear this sometimes, right? Sometimes we can hear. But I think because of the trees and everything, so maybe less, Like I just go around and
I invested in earplugs 3 years ago. That's my best investment with my electric toothbrush. Those are two great things I regret I didn't invest in earlier. The earplugs of silicone, wow.
I see there's some really a special one, better one. There's 50 baht, but I see there's proper one.
Yeah, this
for
is
2000.
cheap. There's 3 of them, and it's 40 baht for one.
Oh, really?
No, 90 baht for 3.
Okay, we also see my friend who used because he's DJ and 2,000 baht, right? It's what the fuck,
this is silicone, and green or white or orange or blue. You just and you push them in, and you eat, and you're and they're I don't hear my air conditioner. I don't hear my air purifier. I don't hear the dogs farting, or But I hear them when they start to howl because it's really, really loud. It's 130 decibel when they start to howl twice a night, about 2 minutes each, and I fall asleep again. Yeah.
There's some gangs around us area, the dogs and everything. But it's on the evening they're so loud and and everyone and our dogs start joining them. It's oh my God.
Yeah, but that's what they do. They sympathize. I mean, why do my dogs start to howl in the middle of the night? Because we sleep. Because there's maybe one dog that's been hurt somewhere and they hear it and they want to have the give sympathy to that dog, or like, come on, buddy, you can do it. So that's what they do. They this is the communication between them instead of iPhones or mobile phones. They're like, oh. So yeah, but I accept it. I like after 2 minutes, like okay, and then I try to go fall asleep again.
But you teach them also, like what you have some way to, because even about the how to take care of them. Sometimes when they're aggressive, whatever, right? You do it some special, I don't know.
No, I mean, when let's say Cafe and Love start to have their moments, but like, I just look at them and say, hey, stop. And I just snap my fingers. I look them in the eye. Hey, no, not cool.
So, but everyone, was trained, to
My
take
staff?
care of the staff and everything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you have a big fight in the shell, first of all, it's about concentration. You need to be there. When you work with the dogs, you need to pay attention. You don't walk around thinking about what you're going to eat for, what kind of rice you're going to eat for the evening. You work. So if you pay attention to dogs, and if you hear somebody like, stop, hey, and then I teach my dog to just scream, like, rah, to get the attention away from what they're doing in the moment. And if it doesn't work, and they start a fight, we try to separate them, but not grabbing them by the neck, because they can turn around and bite your hand.
Yeah.
Same here. I had it, but we do try to in the back legs.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. If you have two dogs fighting, if you lift up one dog in the back legs, you pull backward, they lose their balance, and or spray water on them. That's what we do. Spray water. And I heard somewhere, if you put the finger up the ass, they stop on the dog, not yourself. So don't misunderstand me here, But maybe that's fun also. But anyway, there are different types. But you need, first of all, attention from the staff to pay attention when they're working. And then figure out which dogs are having some issues with each other. And then pay attention and stop it before it starts, and stop it before it happens. But of course, I mean, sometimes, especially during nighttime, my staff work from 6:30 to 3:30. So in the evening, we don't monitor them. Usually they don't fight that much when people are not there. There's nothing to be like jealous about, So
we are the reason, basically.
We are probably the reason, especially when you go into a shelter and you're a new person and all the dogs want to kiss you. You sit down, and of course there's jealousy. And every time if that happens, if the visitor sense like some growling, I just say, stand up and walk away. Just move away from the dogs. But yeah, usually it's our fault. Everything is our fault.
Yeah.
The dog issue is our fault. The fight in between them. No, not really. I'm joking there, but yeah, I think that's the best way to handle it, to visit our place. And you can visit every day from 9 to 12 and from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And you get a show around. If you want, you can walk into the dogs. You can see the clinic and so on. Adoptions also, of course, if you live here, expat or Thai, you can contact us and we'd be happy to show you around and find the perfect dog for you. Dogs. I do recommend 2 dogs at least, because it's more easy to just take care of 2 dogs than 1. Why? Because they have each other. You don't have to spend like all the time with them. You can go out in the evening. If you have 2 dogs, they have a company.
That's why also the content what you make, it's also important, very important. I mean, it's how everything starts from the viral video, right? What you made and it become like very successful. And I think it's because it's the stories are very deep, especially on the show dogs who have no chance, absolutely look miserable and sad, but you give the same energy like any other dog, and like you said, sometimes it works, sometimes not, but you don't choose. I mean, you don't pick like, this one, too much attention, too much work, too much money.
Never. I know some colleagues, they never, they would never take in a handicapped dog, which I think is kind of, I don't want to use the stupid word, but, because the thing is that having a paralyzed dog maybe takes 10 minutes more of your life. And that's it. You put them in a wheelchair once a day. That's about 15 seconds, 20 seconds. You need to empty the bladder maybe 4 times a day. So it's maximum 10 minutes. And that's it. So no extra work. You don't need to have 4 staff with 1 dog. No way. I also say to people, if you don't like the dogs to jump up in your sofa or on the kitchen table, which they do in my house, or their house, sorry, I just live there, it's their house, get a paralyzed dog. They cannot jump up. If you don't like them to jump up on you, jump up in the sofa or on the table. Paralyzed dog is perfect, right?
Good advice. Yeah.
We have 44. So if you live in Thailand, send us an email. They're great. They're so good.
What keep you, keep going, on your mission, on your goals, and maybe, still do it what you do?
Of course.
And don't have be, the hungry, like, okay, let's open, franchising branch and, scale this and everything, right?
What keeps me going, of course, the dogs, number one. The second is I am really, really stubborn. I have a high drive and I never give up. So this is the next chapter in my life. I as I said, I've been a chef since I was 18 or 17, and I closed my restaurant. I sold it in 2018. I had to choose between feeding dogs or feeding people. And the dogs won. And this is a new chapter in my life. But I still carry this energy, the drive, the stubbornness, and never giving up. I mean, if I promise someone something, I do it. And this is the promise to the dogs. I keep my promise, I do it. And that's what keeps me motivated. And also, it's not a job like you wake up like, shit, I need to go to work. No, I wake up at 5 a.m., sometimes, as this morning, 4 a.m. because I couldn't sleep and the dogs were singing to me. At 4 a.m. So I thought, never mind. I wake up, had my 2 cups of tea, did some laundry, messages, and walked my dogs at 5:45. Had my breakfast, morning meeting with the vets and the admins, walking around, look at the staff, and many other things. But it's not a work. It's not a job. It's a work. It's not a job. But it's a calling for me. I decide to do this. I need to do it. I cannot stop.
Do they have the best kitchen ever?
Oh, yeah, baby. they we have this the dogs that come to my kitchen and try the food every day, and they say it's fabulous, like 4 to 5 stars. Some dog even said this is 2 Michelin, in the dog Michelin guide. Yeah, of course they should have. So what we do, we feed them twice a day in the shelter, once a day on the streets. It's dry food and rice, boiled rice, just to lower the cost a little bit. And we boil, it's nicely minced chicken carcass. So we boil that together with different flavors every day. So it could be black pepper pork or salmon or, sesame, pork flavored, whatever. So they get a new flavor every day. So they get the chef treatment.
Nice, nice. That's a high so.
Oh yeah, why not, baby? Why not? They should. They be living their hard life on the streets. Now it's time to get some special treatment.
Yeah.
Again, we work for the dogs. They're not here for us. We're there for them.
No, maybe now there's more, homeless, the stray dog because of the purpose they want to come to you.
I heard from the dog bulletin that there are more dogs moving to our area because of how good we are.
Yeah. You basically increase the stray dogs.
I did. Yeah, maybe I'll stop that.
It's like, how many dogs are here? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we have a queue now of 20 dogs.
You have to apply,
Yeah. They have to apply, and I was like, you got the dough,
Yeah, that's dealer.
Come on.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, man, you do an amazing job, and definitely, we want to be the part of this one. I mean, support and definitely and give also much more awareness about the concept and idea, and also, have more understanding what's going on, how they can help, and then they can be the part of something what it's, don't take them much time and also money, but that still they can help, because support,
Yeah.
I think that Thailand is a great place for many people when they see how people are great, and it's also allowed to see, the culture and why you live in Thailand? Why Thailand? Like in general, like because
Why do you?
People.
What are you running from? People used to ask me, "How long you lived here?" 24 years. What are you running for, man?
Weather.
No, I came in '99. There's a friend of mine, a chef colleague in Sweden. He went here every Swedish winter, and he went back to Sweden in the summer. And I asked him, what's so special about Thailand? He said, come with me and I'll show you. And I did. 1999 in November. I went here for 6 weeks, and I agree with him. I did start to, it's a beautiful country. People are great. Not all.
I don't understand this here.
You had... Living through a bad Monday in Thailand is easier than living through a bad Monday in Sweden. And actually, I also needed to get away from myself, my life in Sweden, because I was killing myself. Too much alcohol, too much drugs, and I had to stop that. So I came here, and it's in the book. So there's no secret. It's in the book, all of this. But yeah, I need to change my life. And Thailand was a good place for me. So I 1999, 6 weeks, I went back and forward another 6 times from Sweden to Thailand in 1.5 years. And my boss started to get a little bit pissed off about that. Anyway, and then I found a job. I found a position at Scandinavian Village here in Bangkok as a restaurant manager and chef. And I applied and got the job. And I moved here 2002 in May. And that's it.
So that you think the tension and like in general things connect with people are the big part of this, because I think the atmosphere here, like putting less attention about the problems, I think is the one part, on my side, because, like you said, the Monday are totally different. And to be honest, like I really think it's the weather, as well, because I see the difference when it's, for example, for sure you remember that even December was like 18 degree, right? We feel different,
that's
like
nice.
That's nice, yeah. But it's like it's nice, perspective, right? To feel like, later come back to bed, no need aircon, right? It's great, but if it's coming like every day like this, it's become a problem, And I do believe it's all about the people. So it's like when I come here, it's like, okay, the weather is good, but then you need to have the other purpose. So, additional things,
Yeah, you cannot only move here because of the weather.
Yeah.
But it's I do accept almost everything here in Thailand, except like the culture. And so I don't agree with everything, but I also don't shout it out what I don't agree with. I just need to bite my tongue. Some things I don't agree. I will never accept that people coming late. And that's a common thing here. That I'm a time fascist. If, shit can happen, but, you be on time. But this is something that most Thai people don't get. It's not a bad thing. It's not the culture thing. As I said, I accept almost everything.
Still worth it, huh? Like because of this one.
Oh yeah. Of course it's worth it. And I don't want to start again. I'm 58 years old. What, I'm going to move to Japan and start again from 60? No. This is my home. I have my family here, my dogs. I don't have any real kids, human kids. I have dog kids. And that's my family. I don't want to give that up. I don't want to start again from somewhere. And also, I have my foundation, and I do speak Thai, read it, write it. It's very slowly. And of course, now I start to study Japanese. Why not? So I study Japanese also. I like to go there.
What's the level?
Oh, very beginning, like 2 months, 3 months. I know the hiragana and katakana alphabet. I have like maybe 25 kanji signs I know. I can have, I know the basic, but that's about it. I start to study about the particles. I think I know 4 or 5 now. There's a jungle, but it's one of the hardest languages to learn, actually. I thought Thai was one of the hardest, but it's if English, Swedish are here for me, that's easy. Okay, the Thai are here, the Japanese is all over there.
Okay.
It's one of the hardest ones.
What was your motivation about the Thai language?
The Thai?
To speak better with the dogs?
No, because when I started to work here, and I was working in Bangsan, and Bangsan is not really a tourist place. They don't speak English. So it was either me learning Thai, one person, or 25 staff learning English. So and also I want to communicate. As you can see, I talk a lot.
Yeah.
Because I usually talk to dogs only.
In Thai or English?
Oh, I speak in any language, Japanese also, and also woof woof. So I did 2 hours, 2 times a week, 2 hours a day for 2 years. No, yeah, twice a week, 2 hours a time, 2 years, reading and writing, and that's a no-brainer. I think because I like to communicate with people, and communication is very important. To make yourself clear, or if you have a misunderstanding, you can clear that. And I do see some people here that stay maybe 20 years. They can just order a beer and a cow pat, and that's it. That means it must be very lonely, in my opinion, to not be able to communicate with your friends or your staff. So and always rely on some assistant or girlfriend or Google Translate. I don't know, but it's up to everyone. That's my choice.
Okay. Any, I can say, advice? Because, I treat you like a really special person, and, who give a lot to the society, to the community, not in Thailand, but in general. Your videos inspired a lot of people. Many times I show some videos and they're like, oh, I know this one. I know this one.
Yeah.
I watched this one, right? So I think you inspired, in general, the people around the world, about to support dogs, to be more empathic, not only about the dogs, but I believe it's, the feelings and the love, it's sharing to the people, right? Because if you see, this kind of dogs and the stories on the single, the single, like for me, this person anyway, but, the single dogs and the story like before and after, that's very deep, and then I believe like you make big impact, to the world.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, we have followers all around the world, probably every country in the world that have access to Facebook and internet. We have totally around 1 million followers on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, X, TikTok, YouTube. And I do hope that people change in their behavior towards animals. I mean, dogs and cats. That I'm closest to the dogs. But and also, as I used to say, if you cannot be nice to an animal, just don't be cruel. If you cannot be nice to them, don't be cruel. If you see a dog on the street, don't hit them, because they want food or shelter or water, just like us. And they didn't cause the problem, as many people say. The people caused it. So blame the people, not the dogs. If you want to complain the people, not the dogs. And that's just be nice.
That's even the same story like the human, right? Someone it's negative, complain, and put shit to others. There's some story behind, right? So the same dog have some story. If it's aggressive, it means someone was aggressive to him.
Yeah,
right?
Of course, yeah. Be nice. That's what it says here, I think.
And also the trust, right? So if they try and bark and everything, that still show them like something went wrong. I mean, someone beat them or something like this.
Yeah, but also the barking sometimes can mean that they have the puppies there, or they have food, and we are trespassing their territory.
True.
I mean, if somebody goes into your garden and walk around there, you will like, hey, what are you doing there? It's the same. They don't understand. That's a 7-Eleven. Mario lives over there. That's a no-go. Michael lives there. He's good. But they don't know that, It's like people don't get it sometimes. It's animals. They don't get it. But if you start to hit them, they get more aggressive. And especially to you that hit them. If you're scared of dogs, if you walk on a street, if you're a tourist here, if you walk on a street and you see a dog on your pathway, go to the other side, right? If the dogs bark, ignore them. Usually they don't bite. I mean, I've been working with stray dogs for 15 years. I've been bitten 3 times. And that was, one time was my own dog. There was 2 dogs that fighting, and I tried to separate them, and accidentally I put my hand in the dog's mouth. So it's my fault. He didn't bite me. I put my hand in there and he bit me. So it was my fault. You have to, change the story here. But anyway, so with the perspective. And then I was bitten by a dog that we had a Spay and Neuter day. We catch the dogs, and one of my staff accidentally lost the grip of the dog, and he went down and bit me 2 times. So that's the only times. But usually they don't bite.
I'm jogging also around the area, and it's like plenty dogs. Like sometimes I slow down, just walk for a while, and I run again, but never happened to me,
No, it's the same here. I mean, and also when you are bicycling, it's not that they running to eat you. It's like, that's Mario's bicycle. I'm going to chew his leg. No, they hunt.
Yeah.
They hunt. They're bored maybe because, now, look at that, I wouldn't hunt. But also, as you said, don't speed up. Because if you have a pack of dogs chasing you and it's fun, and they're like, he's look at him, he's going, yay! Stop your bicycle or motorbike bicycle, and then they will be like,
yeah.
And they look at each other. He stopped. Yeah, I know. So what are you going to do now? I don't know. Nobody ever stopped before. Okay, see ya. And they leave. They're more shocked of that than you are. They're chasing you. This is not a solution for every incident or so, but yeah, I always look at things as a cartoon.
But it is, like the character is different. You see they're like small, big, and everything. The small chasing them all. The other one. What the fuck you doing, guys?
Yeah.
Like, I'm staying there. I'm not following him. But, I'm fucking alone. What the fuck?
But you can, in worst case, as a tourist, you can bring a stick, and what you do when you walk past them, you just show it to them, and they will understand this is serious, and they will not attack you, or maybe they will because you have a stick. I just, relax, look the other way, whistle, and that's it, I think. Again, 15 years working with stray dogs, and I'm actually not scared of stray dogs. I'm more scared of dogs that have owners that I don't know. If I don't know the owner and the dog looks like, that's the dog I'm more scared of than the stray dogs.
Usually I see, like, because we also have like now open gate, we're trying to keep our dogs inside our like farm, but in general, like they always go out, like fuck, so we just open the gate.
And people are probably really scared of your bully.
No, the bullies stay at the other house. So bullies, yeah. We have 3 dogs in one place, and with my ex, there's the 2 dogs.
Because they're really scared about these dogs. I get it. But again, if I didn't know you and I visited your house and I saw your 50, 60 kilo bully, I would like, just to respect, not scared, but ignore, walk past and sniff you.
That's why her name is Kitty.
Oh, Kitty. Nice.
To be more, aware who's there. So, last question.
Yeah.
What kind of message you want to give to dog owners or the people who, like anybody, basically? I think you have some, wisdom on you. You experience your story and where you are, what you do.
I think that, if you talk about dogs...
Not only dogs.
Yeah, but if you talk about dogs, I do think that just be nice to them. If you talk about stray dogs, be nice to them. If you cannot be nice, just ignore them. Don't hurt them. Second is that if you're a tourist, feed them. That's what I like. No chicken bones, no other bones at all. Because some people think that dogs can eat chicken bones. No, they cannot, because the stomach is the same as ours. It's very thin, and it can stuck in the throat. But be nice to them. Also reach out to different, foundations if you're here in Thailand, and volunteer. Visit them. Donate your time if you cannot donate money. Otherwise, dogs are family. Don't chain them up. Don't let them sleep outside in the snow. I do sometimes understand that dogs, they don't let the dogs inside. I get that. My dogs are inside. Everyone, or 13, and then they sleep in my bed. Their bed. I sleep in their bed. But treat them as family members. Don't chain them up. Walk them. Spay and neuter. Adopt locally. That's probably what. And buy my book. Homemade.
Not only this, support. Yeah, definitely we show your channel.
Support us if you want to support us, or support any other foundation here in Thailand that do the same work. If it's wildlife or elephants or dogs or cats, we all need help.
We have a lot of. There's elephants also around the area. Also, Kaukyo Zoo. There's I think they've had one zoo or some place one is, I think, is empty, and they have like some, and I think they have elephants who are just the local take care of them. Mm-hmm. So I think that our area it's amazing anyway. That's our area. It's amazing. There's a lot of stuff going on there.
Maybe speak about elephants. Don't support elephant riding.
Yeah.
Don't support elephant riding. That's so cruel. That's so cruel, because elephants are not built to be taxi drivers. You can go on a roller coaster on an amusement park instead, if you want to have some good ride. So that's all I want to say. And again, thanks for your time, and
thank you,
and thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone.
Please support us. Thanks.
Thank you, man.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.